Welcome, YouTube, to a historical study of the Los Lobos Amigos gang, a feared outlaw gang in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you enjoy this content and further support the research of these donkey abusers, please like and subscribe, as this greatly helps the channel. No real donkeys were hurt in the making of this video, except several animatronic donkeys. They were abused heavily. The Los Lobos Amigos gang started small when these men donned wolf attire and rode donkeys to terrorize the Wild West. They were nefarious in their crimes and recruitment tactics, which led to much escalation. They were considered outcasts even amongst their own Neanderthal kin, turned on them as these wolves had not yet learned the benefits of walking upright or riding donkeys. However, the gang began to rethink their donkey mastery, as it was a hindrance on their ability to recruit new members. They turned to more drastic measures to begin the gang anew. Many would find their methods crude and unusual. Success would often be fleeting for the gang. Their methods of train robbery were considered at the time to be most unorthodox. Like predators in the night, the gang would stalk their prey. But as typical for the Los Lobos Amigos gang, this night too would end in disappointment. More mouths would go hungry on this night. Frequently, the gang would have violent interactions with other animal gangs that would often end in bloodshed. Accuracy was not one of their strong suits. Soon, they would attempt to master the equestrian arts, but they had the poor habit of riding them off of things. They were also quite rude in most of normal society, as they would mercilessly howl at onlookers. Standing on roofs, keeping people awake at all hours of the night. Sometimes their choice in clothing would also be quite questionable, as they were considered to be more of a public nuisance than an actual menace, with mobs of them gathering to harass and influence the local townsfolk. While attempting to perform legitimate work, would be something that they would try from time to time, but it would often not end well for the crew. If the mission was to bring a man in alive, they would risk life and limb simply to bring the man in deceased. Again, local town folks and local sheriffs found them to be more of a nuisance than of any value whatsoever. When food would become scarce for the gang, sometimes an eager young volunteer would be forced to do their fair share. Again, equestrian mastery seemed beyond their skill set. Explosives, however, they would learn to deal in mastery again and again. And again. It became quite a point of pride or a ritual of passage to hurl Wolfie members off of cliffs. Sometimes they would use fire for great reverence for some of the most powerful amigos in the gang. When not engaged in criminal behavior, the Lobos gang did engage in entertainment, and they would frequently take breaks from their outlaw life. Wolfie dancing and Wolfie music were of great importance to the gang to keep remembrance of their heritage alive. As we conduct further research on this gang, we would like to hear from you, the Red Dead Online community. Please comment below about your experiences with this strange gang and where you have seen them and what they were doing. A big thank you to Burn Doritos, Mark D, Ron Cold, the Stone Cold Killer, Knuckles, and the big star Doc LA Medic for making this video possible. And remember the message or creed of the Los Lobos Amigos gang. Long Wolfie nights should always end with Wolfie hugs. You've had greatest of fears, bodies enmeshed